Hello, everyone. Welcome to your 15-minute stretch break. I am Katelyn. Thank you so much for joining today's class. We have a really nice break for you today. All you need to do is grab a chair and either a mat or have some carpet near you. Just note, if you have a rolling chair, make sure to lock the wheel so it doesn't roll away from you in any of the stretches. Okay, so we're going to start seated on the chair. Shoulders up, you're gonna lift that right leg, drop it over that left knee, hinging forward at the hips, keep your back nice and flat, and push your knee down. Going into a seated figure four stretch. Just relaxing into this position, trying to take a few deep breaths here. Wonderful. We're going to sit up. Next, we're going to take our left arm, go over that right knee, and add in a spinal twist, looking over your right shoulder. Keeping your back nice and straight. Perfect. Next, staying on that same side, we're going to bring our heel down to the ground and hinge at our hips. So we're reaching towards that leg, going into a hamstring stretch. You bring your toes a little bit closer to you, with a deeper stretch through that calf. Wonderful. We can go back up to that seated position, and we'll switch sides. So left leg up, internally rotate, and go into that seated figure four, hinging at your hips, keeping that back straight, chin up. Felt some tightness through your hips, your low back today. This one should feel pretty good. Wonderful. From here, we're going to add in that spinal twist. So right arm over that left leg and rotate, looking over that left shoulder. Going back to the front, putting that heel down and hinging at the hips, hamstring stretch. Wonderful. Coming up, we're going to do one more stretch with the chair, and then we're going to move on to the ground next. So kneeling down by your chair, putting your hands out onto the chair, sitting back on your heels, walking those fingertips away from you, dropping your head through your shoulders and feel that really nice stretch through your shoulders, your lats, and your low back, and then let your hips sink in towards the ground. Good. Coming up, we're going to take our right hand, put it back behind our back, or if you have any mobility issues, just holding it down by your side. And then sit back down, stretching a little bit deeper through that left side. And breathing into it here. As you exhale, feel a little bit deeper stretch. Don't push it, but. Good. Coming up, we're going to switch over, left hand behind the back, right hand out, and dropping down. Wonderful job. We'll put both hands in and drop down one more time. Really unlocking the upper back and mid back here. Good. Okay. So if you have a rolling chair, you can roll it out of the way. Scoot it out of the way. We're going to start in a standing position, walking down into an inchworm. So arms are up, keeping those legs straight as you can. Walk those hands out into a plank position. Engage your core right here. We're going to take our right leg lifted in the air and step outside of our right hand. Okay, stay with me. So you're going to take that right hand, rotate up towards the ceiling, keeping that back leg strong, arm back down, step back, and then we'll switch on over to the other side. So left leg up, step outside of your left hand, nice strong stance to the right leg, and then add in your rotation. Perfect. So that was one. We're going to do two more each side. So on your own time here, adding in that rotation each side. Nice movement through your hip. Now one more each side. Wonderful. Stepping back to that plank position, you can drop those knees down to the ground. We are going to roll over onto our back and then over onto our side. So it'll be 90 degrees with your legs, 90 degrees with your arms. We're going to exhale, bring those fingertips up and around in an arc. Try to bring both shoulder blades down to the ground. Inhale, come back. Okay? We're going to go for 5 reps here. So exhale, bringing those fingertips over. Inhale, come back. Notice if you have a smooth motion up and around or if anything feels really tight, try to breathe right into that spot, work on that arc and movement through your shoulder. Last one here. Wonderful. Okay, we're going to roll on over to the other side. Again, 90-90. Exhale, bring those fingertips up and around. Inhale, come back. Perfect. 2 more reps here. Wonderful. Rolling onto your back, you're going to bring your feet about mat width apart and arms out to the side. So you'll drop your knees down to the left and then drop your knees down to the right. Just think some movement through your low back and through your hips. Perfect. Next, we're going to bring our legs up to 90 degrees and challenge our core just a little bit. So arms can stay out to the side. We're going to drop our knees down towards the left and then bring them up and over, drop towards the right. So keeping your core engaged, but you should also feel a nice little stretch through your low back. Good. We'll do 2 more reps here, 1 each side. Wonderful. We'll pull both knees into our chest. Give yourself a nice big hug. Rolling side to side. Good, then we'll drop that left leg down, the right knee pulls in. And then extend that right leg. You're trying to keep it pretty straight, grabbing behind your hamstring and pulling it. And rotate at your ankle. Good, and switch up directions. That's perfect, dropping that leg down, pulling in that left knee, give it a little pinch. And then extend that leg, grabbing behind the hamstring, pulling in. And then adding in. So we can turn at the ankle. Wonderful. Okay, from here, we're going to roll on over to one side and then grab at our ankle, pushing that hip forward, slightly pulling your knee back, going into a quad stretch. Extend, shake it off. We'll do 2 more reps right here. Perfect, 1 more. And good, rolling over to the other side. Good, pushing that hip forward, slightly pulling that knee back. Give yourself a nice stretch through your quad and up into your flexor. Good, extend, shake it off. 2 more times. Wonderful. We are going to slowly come up to a standing position for our last couple stretches here. First one we are going to do is a lateral lunge, or a knee hug to a lateral lunge. So we're going to bring that knee up and then step out to a lateral lunge, sitting back into that heel, really a nice stretch through our inner thigh. Good. We're just going to go for a few reps here. On your own time, getting some movement in before you get back to your day. So you're staying back in that heel. Last one. Awesome. Then we're going to switch over to our other side. So knee hug here, and then step up to the side, sitting back. Last one here. Wonderful. Okay, so arms up. We're gonna do one more stretch today. Keeping those legs straight for now. Let your spine round, dropping your head. And then sit back into your heels, going into a nice low squat. Elbows on the inside of your knees, chest up, shoulders back and down. If you have a mirror, checking in, making sure that your back is nice and flat. I like to add in a little sway side to side. Perfect. Hands on the ground, legs straight. And back into that deep squat again. Wonderful. Hands on the ground, straighten those legs. And back. Wonderful. Hands on the ground. Bringing those feet closer together. Slowly bringing those hands up right above your knees. Resting your back nice and flat, shoulders back. And up. Thank you so much for joining today. I really appreciate it. Nice snowy day, so it's good to get in a virtual workout. If you're a part of Dynamic Duo, make sure to keep track of all your classes, write them on the board, or email your score to us. Thank you so much for joining, and see you again tomorrow.